Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Hanifia Khanshafida from class 1B. I want to presenting cross-cultural understanding final examination assignment. Our group member are myself, Hanifia Khanshafida with roll number 11, Josefine Glory with roll number 12, and Yevi Karin Norieta with roll number 24. We choose topic stereotypes. What is stereotypes? Stereotype is any commonly non-public belief about a certain social group or a type of individual. They are generalization and discrimination about the personal attributes or characteristics of a group of people. Stereotypes are often created about people of specific cultures or race. Type of stereotyping. To understand different examples of stereotypes, you should first define what a stereotype is. Anytime you are grouping race or individuals together and make a judgment about them without knowing them, this is an example of stereotypes. Racial remarks, sexual remarks, and gender remarks are the biggest stereotypes. The first one of types of stereotyping is racial profiling. One of the more common stereotype examples is stereotypes surrounding race. For example, saying that all blacks are good at sport is stereotype, because it's grouping the race together to indicate that everyone of that race is a good athlete. The second one is gender profiling. The depiction of men in media strongly suggests that they are strong, adventurous, and active, paving way for them to be stereotyped in that manner. On the other hand, the depiction of women suggests that they are good at performing household chores and taking care of their appearance, and they are eventually stereotyped by these traits. Examples of gender stereotypes are men are masculine, women are good cooks, men are strong, adventurous, and brave, women are in charge of the house, and men are in charge of finance, etc. There are also common stereotypes of men and women, such as men are strong and do all the work, men are backbone, women aren't as smart as men, women can do as good of a job as men, girls are not good at sport, guys are messy and unclean, men who spend too much time on the computer or read are geeks. There are also nationality stereotypes. This system includes belief concerning those properties of human beings that may vary across nations, such as appearance, language, food, habits, physiological traits, attitude, values, etc. Here are some national stereotypes famous in the world. American, known as arrogant, open-minded, materialistic, progressive, efficient, and straightforward. Arabian, known as impulsive, billionaires, bombers, men wear beards, womanizer, women who wear headscarf. Chinese, known as fast learners, open-minded, ambitious, efficient, materialistic, great at mathematics, wear glasses, and business-oriented. Indian, known as poor personal hygiene, radiation lover, spiritual, snake charmers, and harsh families. Indonesian, known as extrovert, warm and friendly people, lazy, religious, family-oriented, supportive. Italian, known as noisy, live with their mamas, possessive, passionate, pizza or pasta freak, manipulative, dishonest, fashion addicted, Casanova, and also known as mafia or gang members. Japanese, known as disciplined, organized, technology lover, extrovert, competent, short, workaholics, pervert, profit eaters, and suicidal. Mexican, known as noisy, heavy tequila drinkers, impulsive, family-oriented, human traffickers into the U.S. Russian, known as aggressive, rude, open-minded, organized crime. That's all from me. The next presentation will be presented by Josefine Glory.
Hi, my name is Josefine Glory and I'm going to continue our group presentation about political stereotypes. There are also examples of political stereotypes. Political stereotypes include all Democrats are liberal, all Republicans are racist, religion-based parties are hypocrite, all Democrats are stupid, and all Republicans can against the working man. Next, we got culture. Stereotypes also exist about culture and countries as a whole. Stereotype example of this sort include the premise that all white Americans are stupid and lazy. Mexican stereotypes suggest that all Mexicans are lazy and come into America illegally. All Arab and Muslims are terrorists. All people who live in England have bad teeth. Italian or French people are the best lovers. All blacks outside of the US are pure. All Jews are greedy, and many more. So we got a group of individual. A different type of stereotype also involves grouping of individual. Skaters, goat, gangster, perps are a few examples. Mostly stereotyping is taking place in school. For example, goth wear black coats, black makeup, are depressed and hated by society. Punks wear mohawks, spikes, chains, are menace to society and are always getting in trouble. Girls only concerned about physical appearance. All blondes are unintelligent. All teenagers are rebel. All children don't enjoy healthy food. The elderly have health issues and behave like children, and many more. Positive and negative side of stereotypes. We know that stereotypes are useful for human brain because they are operative or process and synthesize information. People are use stereotypes as shortcut to make sense their social context. So we get the positive side of stereotype. Stereotype can give information to others about a specific group to allow people to quickly process new information about an event or person, to organize people past experience, to meaningfully assess difference between individuals and group, to make prediction about other people's behavior given the social and cognitive. Common example of positive stereotype is Asian with better math ability, African American with greater athletic ability, women with being warmer and more communal, and many more. Just remember, positive or negative influence of positive stereotypes on targets depend on three factors. First, how the positive stereotype is stated. Second, how is stating the positive stereotype. Lastly, in what culture the positive stereotype is present. Some stereotypes don't necessarily have negative connotation in some parts while treated wisely. It helps people function in society, but again, it should be handled with care. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Glory. And next we have negative sides of stereotypes. Stereotyping can lead to produce or negative perceived judgments about group of people. The application of produce to a given individual can cause personal and social damage. Other negative sides of stereotypes are oversimplified generalization, breeding ground for arranged generalization, serve as a major source of disinformation about others, and then may easily conceal or feed into produce racism, sexism, and other form of bigotry. So, the negative stereotypes are harmful to people because of assumptions rather than personalized information can justify the denial of educational, employment, and other opportunities. Why is it bad to stereotypes? Because stereotyping is not only hurtful, it is also wrong. Even if the stereotype is correct in some cases, constantly putting someone down based on your preconceived perceptions will not encourage them to success. Stereotyping can lead to bullying from a young age. Stereotyping is encouraging bullying behavior that children carry into adulthood. Stereotyping can also lead people to live lives driven by hate, can cause the victims of those stereotypes to be driven by fear. For example, many gays and lesbians are afraid to admit their sexuality, fear of being judged. It is a lose-lose situation both for those who are doing stereotype and those who are victim. And next we have building awareness. You can take steps to change harmful stereotypes. Have compassion for yourself, and it's not only your fault that you have stereotypes. Maybe they likely develop in the context of society networks. Here are some tips of building awareness to yourself. First, you have to educate yourself. Make an ongoing commitment to educate yourself on the different types of bias and racism. Second, you have to pay attention to the stereotypes you see in the media. Becoming more aware of them will open your eyes to how often these beliefs are reinforced. And this said, it's also important to take a break as constant exposure to stereotypes in the news on the no, on social media can be harmful. And next, you have to break down your stereotypes. Monitor your thoughts, feelings, and behavior that reinforce your beliefs and choose to look for the truth of people. And next, you have to work to reduce the stereotypes you portray to others. Be conscious of the posts you make on social media and the conversation you hold with others. Make an effort to avoid reinforcing negative stereotypes. And next, you have to connect with self people. Having a support network of family, friends, or mentors can help you work through your emotion and better cope with any outcomes. And next, you have to stay grounded. Incorporate activities like yoga and meditation into your daily life. And next, decide what is the best for you. If you're on the receiving end of stereotype, acknowledge how it affects you, and this may mean speaking up, or it may also mean simply acknowledging to yourself. And next, you have to seek support. A mental health professional can help you identify and develop strategies to better deal with negative stereotypes or biases. So yeah, that's all for us. I think is the end. Thank you so much for your attention, and goodbye.